back over to my, my inspector here. So it's not only about being able to find tracks very quickly, so it's not only being about being able to, I guess, to see the overview there and select them. It's also about what we don't want to see in our mix window. So if I'm not working with the strings, I can deselect that and bang, they're going out of my mix. If I don't want to work with the acoustic guitar, I can deselect them. So if I'm tracking and I'm recording, I might want to see all my input channels. But if I don't want to see my input channels, I can just remove them. So you can see how quick it is to actually get around I guess the real estate of the mixer, everything from the left-hand side of it over to the right-hand side of it, but we can also remove, the parts of it that we don't necessarily want to see. Okay, so that's a way around working, I guess through the actual mixer itself, but of course there's far more to a mixer than just faders and being able to view channels. So now we've got things like channel types. So you can see here, we can just, rather than going through and selecting individual channels there, we can use channel types to specify what we want to see in our mix. This is an important one for me because I'm going to talk in the next section about, I guess, the things that we've added to the mixer in terms of channel strips and functionality. But once again, on this whole customizable view section here, we've got racks. So we can go through here and we can actually turn on racks. So basically if we want to say change our routing, we can click on the routing, and then if we click on this button here, we can go through and change our master input and master output. So you can see I can select things like groups, inserts. This has changed my life completely in the studio. If I want to put a compressor over the top of a particular insert, then I just click on it. Here we go. Say dynamics, maybe I want to put a brick wall limiter. So this is a new brick wall limiter inside of Cubase. So I can add that over the top of the channel there. But if I want to turn it off, I just click on that little button there. So turn it off or bypass it. If I want to change it, I just click on the right hand side of it. And once again, I can discard that and go to my next insert. This feature itself makes viewing inserts and working with inserts so much easier. Once again, if I want to just hold down my Alt key, I can drag my inserts around and you can see how handy that view is right there. So racks, the other thing we could do is say select views, and we can actually save current configurations as different numbers. So within all of these different mixers, we can actually say, well, let's change the view. In this one, I don't want to see the inserts, so let's move the inserts up, and I would prefer to have more of my faders here. So as I click on this and drag this up, here I could say let's save that as mix number 2, and it will immediately save it there. Okay, so a key, I guess, addition to workflow, and this is, if you're working with anything to do with tracking or mixing, I would say this is probably the most important workflow enhancement Steinberg have actually done inside of Cubase for many, many years. I mean, they've always done really good things, but this will make your life so much easier if you're working with anything more than 2 tracks inside of Cubase.